Hey John, how are we doing today?
We're doing well, Brian.
Well, let me tell you, the momentum is building up to this announcement, and we are so excited here at Industrial Defender to add Fandotech to our team, and we're so excited to take your decade of experience into our customers' markets.
Hey, thanks, Brian. We're really excited about being on board as well. The morale here at Fandotech is just skyrocketed at the opportunity that we have in front of us to really bring operational technologies and information technologies together. And your vision about how to do that has been something that's really gelled well here and got us energized.
Oh, that's great. And as we've been saying since we entered into our discussions back in December, we've had loads of experiences in talking with our customers and with our prospects and our market analysts. And we've really validated the fact that operational uptime is an essential component to everyone's strategy. With security incidences on the rise, with resource-constrained organizations, the market really is looking for service partners to help them with backup, restoration, and recovery.
You're absolutely right. And that whole theme about the fact that people need scalability, and whether it be with the technology or whether it be with FTEs, personnel, so that they can take on these new challenges and address these new risks without having to absorb a lot of complex technology inside their own domains.
Yeah, and as you know, I mean, for the past 10 years, as we talked about, our focus has been on security and compliance. But, with the introduction of our new automation system management platform in January of this year, change management is a big challenge for our customers. We're hearing more and more that these environments are complex, heterogeneous, and that they're expecting this exponential increase in intelligent devices. We've had an extensive service capability, but we had a big gap in our ability really to help our customers recover. And I know that's something you've been doing for almost a decade now.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And we've been focused on high availability for our clients. And 20 years ago, when I was doing nuclear power plant startup, we were dealing with critical assets, and your whole vision about how to bring together all these disparate systems and make sure that they're all secure, that really resonates with me because we saw it back then when we were building all of these systems and integrating them together and realizing that you can't get away with security by obscurity anymore. It's we've got to address this head on, and I've seen the challenge, and I'm glad that when you came to me and talked about that you were facing that challenge head on, that was exciting to us.
Yeah, well, it's such a small industry because it's amazing when we first got to talk. I was explaining a little bit about Industrial Defender and our focus in the utility sector, and you came out and said, hey, I'm an ex-utility guy. I get it, and I understand what you're faced with, and so I think that right away made the integration of Industrial Defender and Fandotech such an easy discussion.
And you're right. The depth of personnel that you have there, as well as we have in our team, that have actually walked in our customers' shoes, is something that really allows us to understand their challenges and identify how to address them in a way that's meaningful to them. It's not just, hey, we got this great idea and we think you ought to try it this way. We've lived it. You've talked about when you were, in outer Mongolia, working on process controls out there. That's a harsh environment. And if you don't understand that, then you can't even begin to address the operational technology needs.
Yeah,
that's an interesting thing.
And what many people don't realize is that we've had a managed service capability here at Industrial Defender from a security standpoint, and you too.
Right.
And Fandotech has been managing backup, recovery, and restoration for your customers, and we've been more focused on the security side. And so the thought of bringing together our managed service capability with your world-class data centers is really exciting, not only for the market, but really exciting for Industrial Defender.
And you know what I really appreciate is the fact that when we were having these conversations, we both kind of understood right to our very core that when you want to design for availability and you want to have a high availability environment, it all starts at design time. because it's, as those guys who had the gray hairs back when I was designing nuclear power plant safety systems, they used to reinforce with us all the time. It's a design time decision what level of availability you want. It's too late when the jet's at 30,000 feet to decide you need another engine. Right. And so we understand you got to sit down and you got to think about how this might fail right up at design time. And then you have to automate for failure. And that's exactly what you folks have done with your product set, and that's how we've designed our data centers. And when we began to talk about the synergies of putting our companies together, that's the thing that resonated over and over again, both with you, with me, and with the analysts.
I've been in this process control industry my entire career, designing control systems, and I've always said we design for high availability and reliability. And when we went off and we were building Automation System Manager, we thought about high availability, but we thought about it at the product level. And we really didn't think about what happens in the event that, not only if our technology platform were to fail, but more importantly, from a customer's perspective, their critical cyber assets. How are they doing backup, restore, and recovery of their critical application files? Because you're absolutely right. I mean, this industry is all about the avoidance of unplanned outages.
Yes.
Right. And more of our customers are saying, as we go through this expansive explosion in intelligent devices, how are we going to not only prevent against the bad guy, but what are we going to do when our authorized insider, the engineer that's changing files, makes a mistake? It's human nature, right? What is their strategies to recover? And that was, when the lights went off, when you and I first engaged in our discussion in December, and I said, John, why do your customers buy? I mean, how does this work? And it was amazing to hear how you guys looked at it for the last decade. Listen, we've spent 6 months getting to know each other. We've put our organizations together. We've taken your 10 years of domain expertise and our 10 years together. It's time we start shifting our focus. We start shifting to working with our customers to really understand their problems, take our best-in-class automation system management capability with your world-class data centers and service offerings, and I can't tell you how excited I am about this. And John, again, it's really a pleasure to have you on the leadership team and your entire team added to Team Industrial Defender.
Well, thanks, Brian. We couldn't be more proud to be part of this team as well.